Wagwan people, it's your girl Sarah Beth, and I'm here with another video. And this week, this topic is about forgiveness. Oh, yeah, this one is a heavy one, but I'm gonna try to make it as light as possible. So sometimes in life, you're going to have to learn to forgive at some point. If you're a human being, you're going to have to learn to forgive. Um, and it is a struggle. It's hard. People say forgive like it's something that you can just get up and do, but it's hard. And people don't talk about how hard it is. So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna do a little, dive into what I've learned about forgiveness and some gems that I can leave with you guys. And yeah, let's talk. So let's dive into this topic. But before we do, I just want to say thank you guys for liking, commenting, sharing, following, subscribing. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you guys. I just want to welcome you guys to my channel, and this channel is all about growth. It's all about, talking and interacting and, learning from each other. So I want you guys to comment your experiences. I want you guys to DM me if you want, and just share what your gems are. Other people can learn from it as well. So feel free to interact. This is an interactive channel. So yeah, here we go, talking about the topic of forgiveness. I've struggled with forgiveness, and I'm sure you have too. If you have not struggled with forgiveness, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Something is wrong with you, because are you not human? Oh. So anybody who has felt like them a old grudge, or first of all, let me say this. I grew up in a culture where holding malice and holding grudge and all these things, they're kind of, complimented in a sense. Like they're not looked down upon, they're not frowned upon. It's like, it's such a backward thing. Let me explain real quick. In the culture where I grew up, it's a thing where, oh, me will have you up, meaning I'll hold a grudge against you, like that's a threat, like. And one of the things I've learned about how backward that is the fact that forgiveness is literally for you. It's for your own peace. It's not going to hurt the other person. It's not. So that is something that, has affected how I looked at forgiveness growing up, where I've always heard, me avar up, or like you brag about not forgiving someone, And it's so backwards now that I look back at it, where it's like, my avar up, and people are like, you're not easy, you, and like, it's not really frowned upon. Like having a grudge or not forgiving someone is kind of like celebrated in a sense. And I've gotten to a place in my life where I realized that it's not really affecting the other person like it's affecting me. There's a famous quote that says, not forgiving someone is like you drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't drink poison. I wouldn't take poison and turn it to my head. I wouldn't. So, yeah, why not forgive? Why not forgive? You think you're hurting the other person, but you're really not. You're only hurting yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, the other person doesn't, sometimes they don't even know that they hurt you. And if they do know, they're not putting their life on pause and thinking about you like you are thinking about them, and being angry and exerting so much energy towards them every time you think about them or talk to them, or whatever remembrance of what they did to you comes up, they're not exerting that much energy towards you. So really, it's you that's suffering in the end from not forgiving. That's one of the things that I've learned. Another thing that I've learned about forgiveness is that it is not always easy. People love to jump up and say, oh, you should forgive. It's easier said than done. Trust me, it is easier said than done. It takes a while. Like, especially for me personally, I'm someone who has to analyze situations and pull them apart and, ask God, like, where did I go wrong in this situation, or show me what could have prevented this, or what was my contributing factor to this situation. And I have to like really analyze situations, and then I come to my conclusion, and then I move on and I forgive. But it's not always that black and white, and it's not always that easy, especially if the person that you're working on forgiving has been in your life for a long period of time, and they have caused a lot or years worth of, or a long period of hurt or trauma to you. It is not always that easy. So just knowing that every time you think about them, or every time you interact with them, you are a little less angry, is proof that you are on the right path. It's proof that, okay, I'm sort of letting this go. It's slow, but it's sure. So I just want to encourage you, if you feel like it's been, years of you trying to forgive this person because of all the hurt, and you think about different things that they did, you're on the right path if they no longer anger you. You're on the right path if you exert a little less energy each time you think about the situation. So I would just encourage you to continue your process, continue on your journey of forgiveness, and I wish you the best, and I wish you, grace and love and patience for yourself. And just know that you're trying your best, and continue to try your best. Intentionally try to forgive. The next thing about forgiveness that I've learned is that it doesn't mean that you will magically forget. You know how people say forgive and forget? That is not true. I think what that is talking about is not necessarily having amnesia, but more so not bringing it up every time you interact with this person, or not holding it over their head every time you have to deal with them, or an argument comes up with them. I think that's what forgive and forget really is referring to. It's not about having memory loss about the situation, but true forgiveness does allow you to get to a place where the hurt no longer dictates how you react and what you do presently. True forgiveness doesn't cause you to constantly bash the person's head in with, oh, remember what you did to me, and this is how you did this to me, I'm bringing it up all the time. That's not true forgiveness. That's what I've learned. True forgiveness is not saying, oh, I forgive you, and then every day you torment the person with what they did. That's not true forgiveness. Because my example of forgiveness is how God forgives us. And how God forgives us is He doesn't have amnesia about what we did and our sins, but He doesn't hold it against us. Once we're forgiven, we're freed. We're freed from that, and He loves us just the same, and that's it. You move forward from that point on. So I would say that forgive and forget is more so talking about releasing the person from that wrongdoing that they caused or that they did, and just loving them from that point on, if that makes sense. yeah, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Share your experiences with me. You can help other people by sharing your experiences. You know, chime in. Have you struggled with forgiveness? Are you still struggling with forgiveness? What are some gems that you can leave, you know, down in the comment section below about forgiveness and what you have learned? I'm really excited to hear from you guys and to learn from you guys. So yeah, bye.